Before I start this video, I would love to say thank you Verlisify for giving me this idea for a video. It all started with you and I debating on Twitter in regards to Generation 5 of Pokemon, and I will admit the original recording of this episode started with a lot of hate, because not only am I still salty with you blocking me on Twitter, but because you come off as a dickbag. Alas, while recording, I had an epiphany. As a creator who actually hates drama videos, instead of making a video to show my absolute hatred, I decided I wanted to give you some criticism and feedback. I want your content and channel to grow in the best way possible. Anyway, everyone, what's up? I am CTB Emotionless. You can call me Savage, and welcome to Savage Sundays. Just to let the Wolfpack know that I'm not being sarcastic or trying to be a douchebag. So please don't hate on me instantly. I want the channel you guys love to improve. I plan to be as unbiased as I can in this video because trust me, the first impression I got from him wasn't the greatest. I took the time to go and watch a lot of Verlisify's content, and to be real, I'm not that impressed. His style just doesn't sit well with me. There was one video he made recently, I know, kind of hard to keep track when he uploads more than 3 times a day, but it was in regards to Alolan starters and how you know if they are hacked in at least one way. I actually liked the video. No, I don't mean I went and clicked the like button because I'm still slightly salty about, being blocked, but I thought, hey, this video was not bad. As I do have a few complaints on it, because I'm trying to properly review and critique it, it was honestly still a good video, which I do believe he should follow that kind of format. Bringing up my first point on how you can improve, and that right there is the quality. Verlisify's channel demonstrates that he believes quantity over quality, and I don't think that's a good way to go about it. It doesn't help that some of your videos could easily be consolidated into one. Now, I do know the reason why you make your videos the way you do. You have 3 10-minute plus videos going up. You're reaping in the ad revenue, which I don't blame you for. YouTube is a cold place, man. But what disappoints me is that the level of quality your content could be having isn't at its best. I suggest that you try a little harder with how you present your content. I say this point because some of your content, it was hard for me to pay attention to because of how dull the visuals were. We'll use the Greninja ban video for example. I clicked on the video and was hugely disappointed with how the thumbnail of the video was just the whole video visually, which did make it a little difficult for me to pay attention to. I was so bored with what I was seeing, I grabbed my phone to play a few mobile games so I could remain entertained while listening to your points. But unfortunately the video ended and I almost didn't notice until an ad popped up to remind me that I was even on YouTube in the first place. If you're planning on doing a discussion video, I suggest having some things on your screen that relates to the topic, or at least something to catch our eyes, so at least we're looking at something interesting a bit, so we're not bored out of our minds. It would be dope if you maybe had some battles go in the background. You're talking about Greninja, right? Have some Greninja gameplay while having screenshots of the reasons why Smogon is banning it in the first place. Now, I understand you're putting up, an argument against them, but before you go and speak your mind on something, I suggest you try to understand their perspective on things as well. If you rush to push your opinion on something, yes, you are going to be the first person with it up, but then you leave a lot of room for people to fire and debunk your thoughts on things. It honestly devalues your opinion on certain topics. I also recommend speaking to those who support the decision and see what they think of the matter. Get an understanding. That will help improve the quality of your discussion videos completely, and it'll demonstrate, your open-mindedness on such topics. The next type of videos we're going to talk about, we're going to kind of keep it short and brief, are the hacker exposed kind of content you do. I'm not much of a fan of them because, they're kind of over the top just for Pokemon. Now, I believe I need to explain the difference between attacking someone and exposing someone, because there is a fine line, and, it is really different. In the beginning of your videos, it starts off as an expose, like, hey, this person is a hacker and here's why. Boom, I get it. You have your evidence that's backing it up, blah blah blah. You're explaining on the how the mechanics work in the game, and then when you start, it becomes more of like an attack if you do have lack of evidence, and when you start insulting the person by calling them slimy or scummy, because When you just sit there and call him a hacker, boom, that's not really, being, attacky. You're providing evidence. But when you're actually calling them names and insults, yeah, you're now attacking. We'll use, Pimp Knight, for example. You tried exposing him and utterly failed simply for not having enough evidence and not doing your research on the dude. I also advise that you don't so-called attack someone of something that you yourself have previously done before in the past. For example, you made a tweet on how ROMs and randomizers ruin Pokemon, but you have a Pokemon randomizer Nuzlocke challenge on your channel. Come on, man. Come on. Now, to prove I'm not a hater, because I know a lot of you will probably, think that I am. Trust me, just because he is a hypocrite does not mean what he says is invalid. For example, let's say I were to, steal a cookie, all right? I stole a cookie from the jar or whatever. And after that, my brother does the exact same thing. And then I were to tell him, hey, you stealing that cookie was wrong. Of course, hey, I'm being a hypocrite telling him that was wrong of him because I just did it. But it does not, devalue what I said. Or not devalue, but it doesn't mean what I said was incorrect. So right there, of course, in that regards, yes, he is a hypocrite. But it doesn't mean he's wrong. If if that makes sense in any way. Like, he's wrong for being a hypocrite, but he's not wrong what he's, preaching, basically. That's why I believe in the term practice what you preach and all that, whatever. So that right there is an example of, Verlisify, in my opinion. And, sometimes people might be thinking, okay, that still sounded like a hater, basically, because you're still calling him a hypocrite. But trust me, I'm not... we're not actually that different. And, the one thing you and I both have in common is, we both dislike, people who cheat in Pokemon. Personally, I don't care that much, compared to you. Like, me, I prefer facing someone in battle play if they didn't use Pokemon. They had to, gen in their game or whatever and whatnot. Like, I would prefer it, but I'm not going to be pissy about it. And the only time I would be kind of serious about it if I was playing competitive Pokemon and I was really getting pissy about it. Like, if I'm playing competitive, I'm trying to actually win, there's a prize pool and everything, and then okay, I lost because this guy literally hacked this Pokemon into the game. Like, that right there is an example of me actually being like, I would be pissed. I'd be like, okay, what the fuck. And now I just got this video demonetized. Thanks. Damn it. But anyway, no, from right here, at this part, I'm going to actually go off script. And I'm going to say that, Verlisify, if I'm going to be completely honest, I am actually envious of you. I am. I'm going to admit, I am envious of your success in some way, shape, or form. Because you don't put that much work in your videos from what I've seen. Like, I've watched as many as I can, and you have you have some content up there. Your quality was just like, oh wow, this is actually really good. Oh, this is a good video, and I was actually, I was cool with it. But some of your videos, it was just like, you didn't put any effort into it. Like, you didn't even put any bit of care into what you were making. It was like, well, I gotta get this video going. And you were just like, oh, should I put something in there? And nah, I'll just throw a couple screenshots and, I'll stake on this cool picture for a minute or whatever. And it was just like, come on, man. Like, you have so much potential to have such greater content, in my opinion. You have all the tools necessary right there. You have, you have everything you need. You even have a strong fan base right now. And, honestly, you can go so much further with what you're creating. Now, and the reason why I'm saying this is because, me, I'm definitely not even close to you. I literally have 93 subs, and I'm trying to make it to 100 just by the end of February. That's my goal right now. I'm trying to work on getting more subs and shit and whatnot. I'm trying to just advance as much as I can, and it boggles my mind when I see someone who can do such lazy work gain so much, and they're not even trying, while I'm trying really hard. I'm recording this video weeks ahead, and I have it already, but it's gonna be up once I finish, of course, recording this. I already have the visuals I need for the video, and I already have everything ready for it, but I had to prepare. All the content that came out this month, I created literally in December. except this one. This one I made like 2 weeks ago. Whatever. But other than that, like a lot of things I'm prepared for was literally made in January. So it kind of like makes me like less motivated to make content when I see someone who doesn't try as hard while I'm trying really hard, and this guy doesn't, and he's just doing flawlessly, just fine. So I'm not actually a Verlisify hater. I don't hate the dude. First I did, but I just grew to like get over it. Honestly, it's not a big deal, and I'm just jealous of his success, and I'm hoping I can catch up one day. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, cookies and milk. And those of the Wolfpack, please definitely hit that subscribe button and that like button, and send this to your boy Verlis to let him know that I'm not a hater. And also ask him if he can unblock me off of Twitter. That'd be nice. I'm CTMB_savage, so be nice of him to just do that. I'm not gonna follow him. I just rather not be blocked. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.